what the model says.
That's what the model says. That's what the model says.
Is Spider-Man 2099 lying to us in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? On a rewatch of Across the Spider-Verse, I found something interesting about Miguel that will make you question his entire persona. When Miles learns that his father is going to die, he questions Miguel on when this event will take place. Miguel replies that his father is going to die in 2 days, but then Miguel's AI assistant says that's what the model says. Miles then goes on to question all of the spider people, and then he questions the AI assistant for trusting her and saying how messed up this entire thing is. Now that got me wondering, what if this entire canon event thing is made up by Miguel? What if Miguel is lying to the entire Spider Society? But why? If Miguel were to lie about all of this, why would he do it? What is his motivation? On the surface, there's no apparent reason as to why Miguel would lie about all of this. But when we take a look back at certain things he said throughout the duration of Across the Spider-Verse, it's apparent who he really is and what his intentions are. Let's take a look at when Miguel is explaining how he discovered canon events. He says that he was trying to go back to his dead daughter, so he went to a universe where he is dead but his daughter is alive. But that universe was destroyed because he was supposed to be dead, so he destroyed canon. Now this story sounds eerily similar to another villain's origin story, going across the multiverse to get back to his dead family. If you haven't guessed it already, this is giving Kingpin vibes from Into the Spider-Verse. Both Miguel and Kingpin have gone across the multiverse in order to get back their dead family. So the standing theory right now is that Miguel is actually a multiversal variant of Kingpin, not a variant of Spider-Man. And if you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. There are multiple characteristics of Miguel that are vastly different from other spider people in Across the Spider-Verse. One of the most apparent details is his physique. As Pavitr states, he is naturally fit, so he doesn't work out too much because he doesn't want to become too buff. Yet Miguel has one of the biggest backs I have ever seen, compared to all of the other spider people. You want to know who else has a massive back? Kingpin. Another difference is his humor. As Peter B. Parker stated in the movie, he is the only spider person without a sense of humor. Maybe that's because he isn't a spider person at all. Throughout the entirety of the movie, he doesn't crack one joke. And I would say the ability to crack jokes is one of Spider-Man's most iconic qualities. Keeping Miguel's lack of humor in mind, if we take a look at Kingpin in the movie Into the Spider-Verse, we see a similarity. Throughout the entire movie, Kingpin is the most serious character and he never jokes throughout the entire movie. Very similar to Miguel O'Hara. Another massive difference is the fact that he can't stick and climb walls naturally. He uses claws from his suit to climb walls instead of using his sticking abilities. Moving away from the differences from Miguel and the Spider People, let's look at his decision not to invite Miles and Gwen to the Spider Society. From the post-credit scene of Into the Spider-Verse, we see that Miguel knows about what happened with Kingpin's collider and how Miles was able to defeat Kingpin. And going with the standing theory that Miguel is Kingpin, it's understandable why Miguel didn't want Miles or Gwen to be part of the Spider Society. This is most likely because Miles is capable of defeating Miguel just like he did with the Kingpin of his universe. Therefore, he didn't want him to be a part of the Spider Society. And Miguel most likely didn't want Gwen to be part of the Spider Society because of the fact that she might go to see Miles, which is what ended up happening in Across the Spider-Verse. But how could Miguel do this as we saw his daughter dying in his arms? And more importantly, why would he create the Spider Society if he wants to destroy the spider people? Well, to answer the first question, as how he was able to pull this off, the answer is simple. He's a man from the year 2099, and he was able to create a hologram of the multiverse. If he was able to create a hologram of the multiverse and create holograms of multiple spider people stories, why couldn't he do the same with himself, but change a few details? That is what I think he did. I think the whole daughter dying by the universe getting destroyed is a cover-up. But for what? Well, going back to how Miguel is the Kingpin of his universe and he wants to save his dead daughter, he most likely already tried to save his daughter, but failed because his plan was thwarted by a spider person, much like how Miles stopped his Kingpin. So maybe Miguel is making sure another spider person won't be able to stop him again. But how does this connect to making a super team of all of the spider people? Doesn't having a team of spider people just make it easier to stop Miguel? Well, if Miguel is in control of every spider person in the multiverse and has their trust, then no one can stop him. So my theory is that Miguel created the Spider Society so he could trap or imprison all of the spider people. This way he can get his daughter back without anyone interfering. Now this could be either the single most greatest theory and will surprise everyone in Beyond the Spider-Verse, or it could be the dumbest theory ever, and I'm probably shooting way too far. Comment down what you think about this theory, and subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next video.